He is jamming. The FedEx worker is jamming downstairs. Since we all here together, all three of us, I just bought this because I want to try to edit more of my long-term vlogs. And so I bought a Apple mouse. Oh, I bought an Apple mouse. But I don't know how it connects. I don't know how it connects. So his music is so loud. I want to do FedEx No. He jamming down the street like that. I was supposed to go do a food review today. Bluetooth, right? I got this one. And it said, you know what they were saying, connected, and then like allow, which I did, and it still don't work. I was like, oh brother, I hate when it be like stuff now I gotta Google it and read. Like, why don't it just want to work right? I have the latest MacBook, or the second latest, maybe not the latest. I got it in 2024. Like, why don't shit just want to work? Like, now I know we moving away from reading, but why don't it just work? I read the page of directions, and I did what it said, and it still didn't work. It still didn't work. I wish I can read. I don't know why they don't I don't know why they don't what I'm trying to say, translate when people from different countries write stuff. Oh my God, I am so nosy. I never sit in my living room. And I'm looking out the window and I see the police out there. They parked the other way too. And these my white neighbors. What the police in their house though? I wonder if they called because somebody broke into their car. Because somebody broke into my car, but I live on the side of town where people break into your car every day. So I just like, dang, I think I must have left the door open. It's nothing in it. It was $1 in there. It was $1 in there because I think I paid for something. And yes, it was $2 in there. I like that little lazy. F you. I'm sorry. Yes. Fun fact about me. I do got a little bit of a lazy eye. It's my left eye. How could you be so foolish? I don't know. To be honest, they was gonna break into it anyway. I can tell you that. If anything, leaving it unlocked was lucky, because then they would have broke the window. But it was nothing in there. But they went through all the glove compartment and stuff like that. And they got my dollar, and then I had 4 quarters, and I just realized the quarters wasn't in there either. So they took $2. They took the $2. They took $2 out of my car. But maybe I'm just being nosy. I need a Superman. Oh my God. Well, I need a Superman. Lose the robe. Just got my workout clothes. I'm going out on a walk in an hour. Wipe thoroughly. Right. But yeah, I thought I was going on a food review today, but it didn't happen. I was too busy. Tuesday is the most productive day. So now I'm eating fruit. Need a lift up, bro. I do. I need a breast lift. For real? Don't message me on Instagram if you ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't do that. I ain't got nothing to talk, and I don't got nothing to talk about. I'm not that interested. We could talk here. What you need to talk? What you need to talk privately for? We all in the club. We all fam. In the club, we is all fam. We don't have to talk. You can tell me what you want to tell me right here. Because every time, because YouTube, I will say, YouTube, I love y'all. I love y'all, YouTube, but y'all are weird. And nobody has ever like said anything not weird to me from YouTube. It is almost always some type of request for sex. So please don't message me. Please don't. Please don't do that. See, you gotta, I don't, yeah. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. Yeah. Right. See? What you think they said? Look, this is live. What do you think they saying in my DM? I mean, like, okay, one thing about I love that YouTube don't have DMs, so you know what they do? They email me. They send malicious pictures of their body parts through email. Because email you can't track. You can't report. You can't report anybody on email. You can't report them. So that's what they do. Wait, you're weird. Oh, brother. Here we go. Here we go with this. People don't like being like I said, people that message me from YouTube are the weird ones. So just don't do the messaging. Just don't do the messaging. Thank you, Kratos. Thank you. Yes, you are. We are weird right here. You said that, not me. You said that, not me. Going in there. What's the nice thing somebody ever said to you? They said, I'm cool. Baby, I don't be caring about them. What you call it? That's engagement. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. People be praying. People be praying for this, and it be so funny. You know, it's a lot of people. They be like, they so scared of going on live because they be like, people be saying crazy stuff. The live comments, they move away so fast. I don't even switch God. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starving. I'm starving. It is 3 p.m. It is 3 p.m. and all I had was an orange, a banana, and some cheese. I saw when you was the boat. Do you flip? Hell no, I don't know how to do that. You won't catch me doing no what you call it? Damn, I didn't drop the grape. You know one thing about having a dog is I never have obviously she can't have a grape. Where in Chicago do you live by? I live on the south side of Chicago. But one thing about you was on a yacht. And you saw me? I mean, was you on a yacht with me? Because I was on a yacht with people I don't know, so I don't know if you want to know. But One thing about having a dog, I don't have dirty floors. Like there's almost nothing. I mean, besides her goddamn dog here, I don't things don't get on the floor, especially food, because she's just like my Roomba. She's my Roomba. Oh my God. They told me to update my computer so I can connect my new mouse. I'm gonna see if that works. My dog's huge, act like a puppy. Oh my God. No, I don't have tattoos. I don't like permanency. It scares me. It's permanency scares me. How do you have enough money for all the traveling you do? I don't. I don't have any money. I spent it all on the travel. I don't. I know a lot of people, y'all be love to say like influencers be lying to y'all and flexing their lifestyle. I'm telling you right now, I don't have it. I don't have it. You ever met G Herbo, Lil Bibby? No, I don't. But Lil Bibby follows me on Instagram. So that's cool. He might like my post every now and then. He must still live in Chicago. I wonder if he still live in Chicago. Because he always likes my post. I went to the gym for the first time today and ran 2 miles. Man, I need to get back in. I need to get back in the gym. I don't know why I ever stopped. Do you wash your chicken? Would you do more in reviews aside from Monster? Yo, I know I need to, because you know what, I was, at y'all. You asked me how do I get all the money I get to travel, and I was adding up like the money I made and stuff like this, because this is like the first year I've been full time on content. The what you give my Cleo out of 10? I don't rate food. This is not an Olympics game. I told you what I liked and what I liked and what I don't like. I describe the reasons why I like something. That's all I do. I don't know what them numbers mean. Y'all be like, what would you rate it? This is not a flip. The food is not a flip. The chicken is separate from the mac. The mac separate from the green beans. The green beans separate from stuff. Shanikky. But y'all was asking me would I do more Northwest Indiana reviews, and I be looking at other people's content, and I say this all the time. People are like, they always wondering if I'm getting paid or something like that. Am I getting sponsored visits? And I was like, do y'all, like, people do not take the time to look, like, to analytically look at stuff. Like, I was looking at somebody else's page. Look, like, if you go to my Instagram, I think Instagram is like a good middle ground. You got YouTube, you got TikTok. TikTok kind of filled with other stuff, but my YouTube is all food. Not my YouTube. My Instagram is all food. My Instagram is like 100% food. So, like, when you look at that, I had that page since I started food content. I think maybe like a month or two, because I think I had started the page in like July, but I think I did my first food review in like May or something of 2022. Of 2022 is when I made the page. And I have 326 posts. And so people are always like, man, you don't say you don't like nothing. You just say you like everything. Mind you, I've been doing content for this long, and I have 326 posts. If I liked everything, I would go to more restaurants. And not to say anything about Indiana restaurants, because I don't mind Indiana restaurants, but it's just like I run a tight ship. I know y'all don't think it. I know it looks like the food just being ate and I'm going to any restaurant, but baby, I run a tight ship around this page. Like, I just don't post anybody. I don't know if y'all noticed, and I don't know if I talked about it. I don't know if I talked about it on here. Okay, so look, y'all. Somebody had sent me $20. I don't know what this little $1.99 is, but somebody had sent me $20, and I realized, like, YouTube never gave it to me. Like, when I was looking at my, like, actual, like, little money or whatever, because I don't make no money on YouTube. But my name is Roxanne. But yes, I run a tight ship. So I don't know if y'all know, like I had posted the thing about the cooking class. I know YouTube. I don't know how Laugh works. I don't know if you guys are my followers or not. I had the video of the cooking class that I did at a restaurant called TNT. I had a video of them posted. The owner, I don't know. She said that she got bad, but I don't know what the fuck the owner did. She said she didn't want her restaurant posted on my page because I told them I wouldn't tag the restaurant because I went to that restaurant and I had a bad experience. So I'm like, I'm not posting it. But this was a cooking class. So this one, yes, it was held at the restaurant, but it didn't, it didn't really have nothing to do with the food of the restaurant. Like I didn't have a bad, like the restaurant, like the cooking class was handled by like one of the chefs that works there or the head chef that works there. So I was like, yeah, I'll just take the cooking class. It don't be that deep. Like, oh, I'll never step foot in here. It wasn't that deep. It was just like some food that was cold, nasty, or not as good. And then it was the service. The wait time was a long time. I just be like, okay, and it's like, but that's not something I wanted to post. And so yeah, I told them I wouldn't tag their page, and they was like, no, take that video down because you have my restaurant on your page. And I was like, you ain't gotta worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. I'll take that video down ASAP. You don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about me driving business to your page, driving customers to your business. Like you don't have to worry about that. So I take it down. So like when I say I run a tight ship on what I post, I mean tight, baby. Everybody can't get in there. I was just checking I was actually working before I got on. I don't know why I posted that I was going live at 2:30. I shouldn't have did that because it kind of made me rush my work. But yes, baby, I run. And I was looking at some restaurants that told me, they like, yeah, let's collab. And I look at their page and it's kind of like, it's like them restaurants. One thing I don't really like when it be them restaurants that just all their pages is content creators. I don't like that. Like, so like when people be asking me about like certain restaurants, no, I don't want to, like maybe I fuck with it, I eat it, but I don't want that posted on my page. Like, I don't know, it just be giving lost in the sauce. Like y'all ever seen pages like that? And I had got like 3 DMs from restaurants. Oh, let's collab. No, I don't want to collab with you. I didn't see anything promising. Like I said, again, I run a tight ship. I run a tight ship on what I post. And not to say Indiana is a problem. It'll just be like, it gotta be something, for worth posting. It gotta be something worth posting. I know I did that one in Indiana because again, I'm like more of a realistic creator. And I always think, should I be more professional? Should I, go out to these places? But I like just living life and getting paid for living my life. So again, I think I said in the video, I had to take my nephew to the dentist. I had to take my nephew, and he needed some work. Like my nephew, he a little bad little kid. He needed some work. So we were out at me and my sister was out at the dentist for like 4 hours. So I already knew I was gonna be in Indiana the whole morning. So yes, I researched the restaurant. But it's like, oh, if I'm not in Indiana, I'd be like, okay, am I finna rate the food? I'm not there. It's like, no, I don't like going out of my way. I used to when I first started content. It's on the west side of Chicago. TNT. It's on the west side of Chicago. It's like just a regular restaurant. But yeah. But yeah, I just like, okay, I like living my life. And then I will research restaurants, but I don't know. I just don't like going out too far. Somebody had said on the video of me at that place, what was that? The chicken restaurant that I just posted. They was like, yeah, it's not worth the drive. Like, I said the chicken was good. I ain't say drive no hour and a half for it. I ain't say all that. I was up there. I was already in Gurney. And then we went to the water park. And so we was like, I'm like that's how I say I'll plan my life like around it. Or I ain't gonna say I plan my life around it. What's the opposite? But yeah, no, it ain't never given that. But yeah, how do you pronounce Shanikky? Shanikky. It's just Nikki and then Shanikky. But yeah. I just happened to be in Gurney, and then we went to the water park. And what else? It's nothing else to eat up there but big chain restaurants, Chipotle's and McDonald's. It was Culver's. It was all at Culver's. I'm like, oh, okay. I love supporting local small businesses. So I'm like, oh, okay. It's this chicken restaurant that the owner here has been begging me to. I ain't gonna say begging, but he has been asking me come to Gurney to review my chicken. I'd be like, baby, I'm not driving to no Gurney to eat no chicken. I'm not driving to no Gurney to eat no chicken. But obviously I was up there, so I'm like, why not? I eat chicken. You got to read instead of talking. You right. The shit moved too fast. Hold on. Right on time. I can't. Instagram. I mean, this live moved too fast. It moved too fast. And chicken. And then y'all like give me a minute. Let me finish talking. Stop typing. Stop typing for a motherfucking minute. Let me get myself together. The restaurant, yes, restaurants give out free food. Yes, they do. Like, I don't know what y'all be expecting. And then the thing is, y'all be like, okay, yesterday, okay, oh my God, I forgot before I got on live to upload my Taco Tuesday video. Like, I was in the restaurant yesterday. I was doing my normal Taco Tuesday because I was like, okay, I try to get my taco. Obviously, I go get the tacos before Tuesday so I can post it on Tuesday. So I was at the taco restaurant yesterday, and the man, he was one of the guys, I think he noticed me. I think he was the bartender. He had noticed me, and he ended up giving me a free al pastor. So people be like, oh, they get free food, they finna lie. No, that, like, okay, obviously I didn't post it yet. I posted it on TikTok, my TikTok and Instagram. I went to Tacombe. I'm still about to say the exact same thing. I don't care if he gave me a free taco. He gave me a free taco and he gave me a free drink. One of the bartenders. The steak taco was still nasty as fuck. He didn't give me that because I wouldn't have took it because that's how bad that damn taco was. But yes. Can you do an African accent? Well, I'm not African, so I don't know how to do an African accent. I also don't practice it. You need to try. People keep saying Haitian food. So look, y'all. So let me tell y'all. So, this is okay, and this might be petty. But it's a Haitian restaurant in Chicago. It's like, I think, is it the only Haitian restaurant? I think it's the only Haitian restaurant on the South Side. It's a Haitian restaurant, and I did a video for them. I didn't charge them nothing. I didn't do anything. I just said, hey, can I come? It was Black History Month, and I was like, oh, I wanted to do like a series of Black restaurants, of different type of restaurants for Black History Month. And yeah, and I will say, okay, this was at the beginning of 2024. I'm not saying I was the biggest creator. I guess I wasn't the biggest creator, but they let me do it. They sponsored thing, and I made the video or whatever. But y'all, I already knew what type of influence I had because this was the beginning of 2024. So it wasn't like early in my career, but it was like, I wish I was a former model. You thicker than cold gravy from Popeyes. Oh, cold gravy Popeyes biscuit. What the hell did that mean? But anyway, so it was a Haitian restaurant. It's a Haitian restaurant. The one on the South Side. I know y'all know. There's only fucking one Haitian restaurant. But look, and they was cool or whatever. They came, they let me do the thing. They gave me like a few dishes or whatever. They don't have liquor, so. But I forgot. You know what? They gave me a bill. I think the bill was like $40. And I was just like, I don't like that. So I never went back. The food was good, but I don't know. I just don't like that. Like, we talk about this a lot in like our creator things, like just how I don't know why y'all be thinking we get some prime treatment. Like these restaurants low key do not be treating us this well. I ain't gonna say all of them, but they do not be treating us this well. And they had charged me for something, and I had like, I'm gonna do this. I had knew my influence. And it was a new restaurant. I was excited to do the video for them. I reached out to them. So I'm like, can I do this video because I would love to feature Haitian, some Haitian cuisine on my page. I would love to do that. You should have. And yeah, and they gave me a bill, and I want to say it was like a cork and fee bill because they don't have a liquor license, and they was telling, I brought some Haitian rum. And so they gave me a bill, and I was like, yeah, I don't like that because I'm like, I know what type of business I was going to bring to your restaurant. I just know, like, come on, like, I think they gave me like what, 2 dishes. Come on, like the bill would have been like $100 max, $120 max. And I'm like, that's like 2 customers. I'm like, I know I can bring 2 customers to your restaurant. But I don't know. I don't know. I ain't like it. And then yeah, they've been messaging me for like since then. Like, I ain't gonna say accident. They were like, oh, can we have the video so we could? No, you can't. No, you cannot. Because I'll be like, you remember you charged me $20? You remember you gave me a bill for $40? That's how I think about it all the time. So I need to find a new Haitian. I said when I go to Florida, I'm gonna get some Haitian food. Cause why? I mean, I'm sure it's good here, but I would love to taste Haitian food in Florida since I hear that's where the bigger Haitian community is. Miami, Florida. That's why I want to taste my Haitian food. I mean, the Haitian food here was good. They had like more of the big stuff like fish and stuff like that. But that's how I feel about Haitian food. So that's how the Haitian food in Chicago. The Haitian food in Chicago. Full figure lady. I couldn't do live stream because of the nerve ending dumb comments. If I'm ever like inebriated, if I'm ever like drunk or whatever other type of inebriation that can happen, I could never do live. But like if it's just normal, I it's kind of easy to ignore it. It's kind of easy to ignore it. And then shit, it moves so fast. And what I hate about it is that it be getting in the way of like real comments, of like real stuff that people want to talk about. And now I can't see it because there's somebody saying name a car for an edit, please. Like, what is that like bots or something that's doing that? Like, do these be real people? I feel like the racist people be real people. I don't be feeling like them bots. I feel like them, but like the ones that say stuff like that, or can you grab the phone for an edit? Like what? Like if those bots, are those bots? Come on, dude. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm not a bot. Oh, I just assume you bot. You cannot be that bored. You cannot be this bored, baby. Like, you need to go outside and take a walk if you this bored. Like, I'm sorry. You gotta do something. Cause comments and random shit on people's lives, I guess, like I be seeing people like stream that and they'll say something crazy and they'll think like the person will do something so they can post it on their clip farm page. And I guess, what, I always can see something like the idea of something, but I have to see, it has to be logical. Like if you just on here saying like stupid racist stuff, I'd be like, what is the point? Like, baby, you need to get help. You need to get help. But I'm like, at least I guess if you doing it because you gonna make money somehow, I can fuck with it. Like it's annoying, but at least I can see it. I have a business degree, so I'm like, okay, all things are made to make money. Stuff like that. But people people be too bored, baby. You need to log off that phone. Log off that phone. Log off that phone. Y'all been on the T app? Man, that's been my see, when I'm a messy bored person, I do stuff like get on the T app. I'm not bothering people. I'm just actively reading what's already there. I'm active. Oh, Wildcat. I love. Don't be coming up here to talk about some Wildcats. We Falcons over here. We are Falcons over here. What is today? What color are your drawers? I don't have any on now. You got some wild followers. You know what'd be so funny, y'all? And I don't know where I stand. I say I think I am one of the bigger creators for Chicago, the bigger food creator for Chicago. And so it's so funny when I always go and talk to my mutuals and stuff like that. They be like, "Yeah, girl, I don't know how you do it." The people be talking crazy in your comments. And I just be like, child, I don't let them stunt me. I'm trying to think, like, when did this start? Because I'm really trying to think, when did this start? I didn't have, I started content halfway through 2022. half like when I had got like laid off in 2022. I ain't really, I ain't really had no followers or nothing like that. And then I made a couple food videos, but I really wasn't trying to focus on food. I was trying to focus on travel. And then I don't know, just somewhere along the lines, I just started doing food content is when the comments came. And then, and you know what it used to be? It was so something funny. Okay, so I had a TikTok. I really wanted to focus on TikTok because TikTok was the new and up and coming thing at the time. This was like 2022, 2023. What did you get laid off from? I had a job, tech job. I was an accountant at a tech job. But 20, everybody got laid off for 20. I mean, shit. I got laid off for different reasons, but everybody was getting laid off. So everybody was like really empathetic of my laying off because they just thought I got laid off because like budgets. No, they just ain't want me there. But yeah, do black girls really talk too much? I don't know, baby. What you think? Or do y'all just don't be listening enough? But so I had made, like I was just saying earlier, I made the Instagram page. I had did TikTok, people was like put it on Instagram and stuff like that. So I had made a Shanikky Eats page and I used to just put the videos on there. And I will say, like, if you're a creator, I'm gonna give y'all a second. If you're a creator, I think the best way to grow low key is to post and forget. Post and forget. That's one thing I could never do with YouTube and TikTok. I don't know. I think because maybe I be on it all and I just be too much into the engagement. But Instagram, that is the platform that I have the most followers on. And you know what I always did? I just post and logged off. I post because I had a Shanikky East page, but I had my own personal page. So I would post and log off. My friend would tell me, she'd be like, girl, people in your comments talking about you. And I was like, girl, I don't care. It's Instagram. Like, it's Instagram. She was like, no, you need to respond. And so I was like, because people used to be going crazy, and I used to just ignore them. Because I used to always think about Instagram like the shade room. You don't really respond. You don't really comment on Instagram unless you ready to fight. You don't really. Yes, I always been an accountant. I always been an accountant. It's the last job that I had. I was a senior accountant, but I always been an accountant. Yes, post and ignore. Like I would literally log off. I had nothing because I didn't follow anybody on the page. It was nothing. That page was literally just to cross-platform the content I was already making for TikTok because I was trying to get monetized on TikTok at the time. So I really did not care about Instagram. I would just post there, just to develop a following. I would learn. People always ask me about like how did I, do in content, like how did I start learning about content. And a lot of people, they was like, yeah, make sure you cross-platform your videos. So I'm like, okay, definitely let me make sure I post on Instagram. So I made share the same videos on Instagram, and so I started doing that. And I never looked like, and it used to be so funny, like the following, the following would just grow. It would just grow. And then I started back responding, and now I think people purposely say stuff in my comments because they know I'm gonna respond. That was one of my 2025 goals, was to be better. And I feel like I've gotten better. I still be responding though. I still be responding. The braids is good, but you know what? I don't like how the edges are. Because the edges are hard to fix. I just gave up. I don't really be caring that much. The edges are hard to fix. I was like, I don't like when people give me edges. Braid all that shit in. Because now I feel like when the edges messed up, it be making the hair look like worse than it is. But the hair, like the actual braids isn't that bad. Do you have other people that travel with you? Sometimes. I mean, I travel with my friends sometimes. If I say it's a solo trip, it's a solo trip. If I don't say it's a solo trip, more than likely my friends are there. So yeah, I know that I had went to fucking where did I go? Where did I just come back from? Japan and Thailand. I went there solo, so I don't know, people think I'm a solo traveler. But yeah, that's like my last solo trip since 20. No, nah, where did I go? Where did I go in 2024? But yeah, I don't travel solo that much. I don't travel solo from that much. I mean, hello from Detroit in California. Or hi. Hey from Chicago to the people from Detroit in California. But yeah, I don't be solo traveling that much. I mean, obviously I did that one because didn't nobody want to go. But that was not supposed to be, that's the crazy thing, that was not supposed to be a solo trip. I had just already bought the thing. Were you scared to travel out the country? No, I'm not. I always think it's funny because I feel like if I can go outside by myself, then I can go if I can go outside by myself, then I can go travel by myself. It's just going outside in a different place. I live in Chicago, so I go out by myself on a regular day. These big damn helicopters. Will you move to another city? No. Did you like Lil Fire's Kitchen? What's Lil Fire's Kitchen? I don't have no reason to move. I don't know no other city. I don't know any other city that's better than Chicago to move to. For me. Like, don't be telling me, well, in Charlotte, the house is $299. What they got to do with me? What does that have to do with me? How long you been doing content for YouTube? The same amount of time that I've been doing content. I ain't gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna say I really took this series. I really took content on YouTube series in 2024. So about March of 2024. I mean, I had a YouTube page, and since shorts came out, and they told me to cross-platform that. When I go to career fairs, because y'all know that content creation is becoming, it's becoming a real position to people now. So they actually letting content creators come to career fairs at like schools and stuff like that. So I got like some classmates or stuff that do stuff with like the schools that we went to. They work for them now, and they be like, we'd love for you to come and talk and stuff like that. And one thing that I always tell the kids is like, you do have to be a forever learner, and that's one thing I like about this career. Because when I was an accountant, people used to be like, oh my God, are you going to go and get your CPA? I said, no. Like, why would I go do that? I don't even like regular accounting. Why would I like advanced accounting? No, I'm not going to continue. No, I'm not going to continue. You're not a real content creator. Well, fake content creator. People be thinking you about to argue about them about stuff like that. People love to, you ain't real Keith Lee. Well, as fake Keith Lee. Anyway, yeah, I was like, you always have to be a forever student. I mean, I knew that as an accountant, but I didn't want to do it because I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a fuck what about it. But yeah, you had to that's what you had to do. That's what you had to and so yes, you always have to be a forever learner. So like when I was starting TikTok, because I always tell people I started on TikTok. And then, I learned about cross-platforming. They was like, everything is about reach. So post that same video, because some people that's looking on TikTok, people didn't even have, TikTok was still getting popular. I came in late to TikTok, and I hate that for myself. I feel like no matter what, I'm always 2 years behind. Because I didn't get on TikTok until 2022. That's when I really get on TikTok. So no matter what, like even in my like success, I feel like I'm 2 years behind where I really want to be. When did you realize you didn't like accounting? Shit. I'm trying to think, man. It's been a minute when I realized. I mean, I always like, okay, so then I'm gonna say this one. I say I really didn't like it. It was my second semester of junior year, and I took marketing. I loved marketing so much. I love marketing so much. And I wish I would have just switched my major. I probably would have had to maybe an extra semester, maybe not even that, to be honest. Maybe an extra semester. But one thing they were saying, like, marketers do not get good jobs. Like, they be like, they gonna make you start in sales. And I was like, man, I can't do that. And they was like, accounting is like probably one of the safest majors that you can major in. Accounting is the safest major that you can major in. And so I will, I'm black, I don't have that many options. I went with what's safe. I went with what's safe, which was accounting. And I'm not gonna say I never had a problem finding a job, but after a few tries, I always got a job. One thing about accounting, they always need some people in accounting. And I used to think about my marketing friends, man, they had to go through it. I don't know what they're doing now, but they had to go through it. They had to go through it. And so that's the type of stuff that scared me. But that's the life. Accounting used to be hard. And then you know what I didn't like? I didn't like regular, I forgot what the fuck we called it. Regular accounting. Cost accounting, because I always kind of because cost accounting was very heavily related to like marketing, because most of cost accounting was was just like analytics. It's number, because it's internal numbers. It's internal, and it has to do with the output. But like the regular accounting has to do with laws and all that, and that's all the shit that I didn't really care for. Like the income statements, the debits and the credits, and I was like, But the cost accounting, I used to love that. I used to love that. Do you plan? I do want to go back and get my MBA. I do want to go back and get my MBA, but I'd be afraid. I'd be like, if I do that, I'm going to have to stop content. I don't think I'm going to be able to do content. And it's not a timing thing. It's a motherfucking brain fried thing. Because I do believe to a certain extent that the social media fries your brain. I don't care. And to be a content creator, ever so evolving content creator, you gotta burn them brain cells a little bit, because you have to be on social media. I mean, you can't be. I mean, I don't think you could be a successful content creator and don't be on social media. They just don't even sound right. It's like a barbecue pit master not going, not being on the grill, just telling everybody else what to do. I feel like I would have to take a little time back, but I do want to go back and get my MBA. I do want to go back and get my MBA one day. And I want to get it in some form. I want to get it in some form of marketing. Do you know how to cook Trump 2028? Y'all see these comments that I get on my page, and y'all see how they are. So this is what I want to tell y'all. Just let y'all know that people be saying, they know what they doing. So that's what they be like, when you record a white person saying something to you, or a racist person saying something to you, best believe they know they are purposely antagonizing you. That's why they say stuff to purposely antagonize. They say stuff to purposely antagonize you. Is editing videos difficult? No. I don't think editing video, they're not difficult now. They used to be. And you know what I like to think of myself? One thing I got a big ego about, y'all. One thing I got a big ego about is my teaching skills. I think I'm personally one of the best teachers. If it's something I know how to do, I'm a teacher. Teaching in something that I know how to do, obviously. I think I'm one of the best teachers ever, because one thing I've learned is a lot of people teach from ego. They teach from how they know, not from how the other person know. And that's another thing you have to learn in content. Like, the content is not for you. It is for the audience. So how does the audience learn? How does the audience listen? How does the audience retain information? Same thing as a student. How does the student learn? How does the student retain information? I remember I helped this person edit a video. And it got 200. I think that motherfucker at 300. I'm gonna go look. That video did number. Last time I looked, it hit 20,000 likes. So I want to say it's 250, 300,000. I don't think so. I know somebody that's working for, she has a child, she's doing content. She graduated her junior MBA. Yeah, so that's why I be for me, I can't do all that. I already know me. Some people are hard. I'm not saying I'm the hardest working person. I know I'm not. So I know I couldn't do that. Something gotta go. The kid gotta go. The content gotta go, or the full-time job gotta go. Fruit review. I'm so fucking tired of the grapes that I've been having this year. I'm so fucking tired. The grapes are not very plump. They're You can never get a taste. They low key taste fake. I know grapes kind of got like a weird, juicy taste. But they don't taste like nothing. They're not sweet or sour. Now, these are the premium blueberries. These were like the jumbo blueberries, and these were good. They cost $6.50 for a pint. But you know what? At first, I didn't get it, but I was like, you know what? As much money as I spend on food, I can spend $6.50 on some blueberries. You should teach editing for money. I want to, but then you know what? I feel like I only know how to edit. I'm not gonna say I know how to edit because it's so, y'all. I don't think I'm that good of an editor. I can teach you like the basics. I'm gonna say like I can teach you like the basics, even the intermediate. But man, it's editing that I see for content, that type of content I do, and I'd be like, well, damn, I need to sit down and learn how to do that. I need to sit down and learn how to do that, baby, because it's editing that put my little shit to shame. Put my little shit to shame, baby. And I'd be like, man, do I need to shit, I wish they can teach me. Hey, we on a date, right? You limit. I had the worst taco. When you come back to New Orleans, shit, I'm trying to come next week. Do you feel safe going to different neighborhoods for food? Yes. I don't be thinking about stuff like that. I know y'all don't be sitting in the background, but like I be keeping my head on a swivel. But you know what? So I feel so sad about is like, man, Chicago is sad. I look at a lot. I mean, I'm chronically online. So why isn't no? I'm chronically online. And I see a lot of content from all other cities, St. Louis, Baltimore, New York, California. And I do not see comments like that. I don't know what the fear is in Chicago. And I don't want to be that creator that talk too much like, oh my God, I love the community. We all in harmony. No, fuck that. I know it's some crazy ass shit that go up in Chicago. Like Chicago is a very dangerous place. But it's not to the point where I feel like I can't go out and get some food. Like, other people live. I tell people this all the time. People live in these areas. I know people don't want to think about it because they like, oh, they hear the West Side. Oh my God, it's so dangerous. Why are you over there? I'm like, do you not understand? It is somebody that lives right. Like people, when I went to the Buffalo Sam's, it is an apartment building right over there. That means somebody has to walk. Somebody has to walk past this place every single day. Every single day. A human, somebody that looks just like me has to walk past that every single day. And I'm like, what do y'all be telling them? How do y'all speak to them when y'all say stuff like that? And again, I'm not like trying to be positive, like baby. I keep, hey, My car be on in case I gotta get out of a jam real quick, baby. I don't trust nobody. But then, like, when I hear people say stuff like that, I'm like, you don't hear that. You don't hear that in New York. You don't hear like that in New Orleans. And these are places that got like more population. They got like a lot of danger too. You just don't hear. You ever heard somebody be like, oh my God, I don't go to the Bronx? You don't see, like, next time you see a video from New York, because I'm sure you will, be like, dude, look at the comment. Do you ever see people like, I would never go to the Bronx? I would never go to the Bronx. Chicago, I live in Rexburg. Jarvis Tavern. But it can be dangerous going in neighborhoods where people don't know you. No, it's not, baby. Y'all are confused about stuff that be happening in Chicago. It's not, I mean, everything, basically, no, this is what I'm trying to say. Nobody knows me nowhere. Nobody knows me in the community that I live in. That's what I be trying to say. Like, I don't want to be like, oh no, I'm not scared of nothing, because hell no, like, Chicago niggas is crazy. But the thing is, it's be like, that's the whole city. So it's like, damn, where can I go? If you can't go to Bella Noche's, where can you go? Where can you go? I just came from Taco. Did I post it? Did I post it on TikTok? I'm trying to remember. Okay, I haven't posted it on YouTube because I'm on YouTube and I'm on the phone where the video is at. But yeah, definitely not going to the Bronx though. But yeah, it's just like, nobody knows me nowhere. I ain't even finna speak nothing into existence. I ain't even about to say that, but you already know, like, that can happen. Who the fuck know me? These people, these hitters, these shooters, they do not care. If you in the way, you is in the way. They don't care. Did y'all see what happened downtown? And that's what I be saying. Riverside Walk at Chicago is nice. Did y'all not hear what happened in River North? 10 people. So what was y'all gonna say then? What be the solution then? Like, what happened about River North? I went to that restaurant a couple weeks before that happened. I actually went to that restaurant. I had got hosted for that restaurant. I didn't make a review because I didn't like the food. I was telling people that I was like, yes, I go to restaurants all the time, even hosted. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm a different level of content creator, because I don't give a fuck if it was hosted or not. Baby, if the food was nasty, I'm not posting it. Anyway, sorry, I know that was bad that what happened to her, because the food wasn't like, oh, I want you to shut down or whatever. Right, stay safe anywhere. That'd be the thing. Stay safe anywhere. It don't matter. It don't matter where you at. In Chicago, it doesn't matter where you at. Baby, you could be in the loop. Did y'all just heard what happened in the loop? The man had the knife in the federal building. They shut down the federal building. People were stuck in the federal building all day because they shut they had the SWAT team come and shut it down. They had to shot, But, baby, keep that head on a swivel anywhere. And then, y'all be asking me these questions about safety. Y'all see when people be asking me where I'm going to be at? Like, baby, don't ask me where I'm. Like, what restaurant you going next? Or what you eating later today? Ass. That's what I'm eating. I'm eating ass later. But why not post the food nasty? You giving us a warning before we go. No, that's not my content. That is not my content. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people. It's content creators that do that. I'm just not that. Like, if that's what you're looking for, that's fine. That's fine. But you just gotta find another content creator to do that, because that's just not me. I don't have no business. And then it's like, it's not good. Like, it's not good to say this stuff about black businesses, because people like to tear black businesses down more so than not. Like, you can't give that's the one thing, and this is why I don't post negative reviews on black restaurants, because you can't give black restaurants negative reviews, because people just they gonna take an inch to a mile. They're gonna take an inch to a mile. I said the one thing about that steakhouse, because people had already had a negative back thought because they seen so many negative reviews. I said, oh, I went to the steakhouse in Dalton. I said, oh, I liked everything. They overcooked the steak, but the steak was a low quality. They went in because they already have a negative connotation, so they wanted to continue it. You can't say, and it's like now it gets into bashing. You can't give an accurate critique of a black restaurant. Especially as a black person, the audience, and when you have a big black audience, they just going to tear it down. So if you're looking for a person that gives you negative reviews, then I feel like, hey, Mr. Time Time got you, baby. Mr. Time Time got you. They got you. Oh, steak can't go bad. Okay, so the steak wasn't bad. I just think it was like a lower quality steak. Like they had, like, if you go to steakhouses, the steak, I'm not gonna say the steak is different because like than the store, but you know, something, I don't know about the quality. Maybe they cook it different or what, but it wasn't a very high quality steak. It was, you know, it was just very, it was very thick. It was very thick. I don't know. I sometimes feel like the steak can get like flaky, and I don't know. It just wasn't a high quality steak. It wasn't a steak that I always get when I go to steakhouses. And I said that in the video. And they was like, well, that restaurant is trash. It's disgusting. I would never go there. Why would I go to a steakhouse in Dawson? Damn. And all I said bad was I did not like the steak. Like I said, oh, I didn't even say I didn't like the steak. I said the steak wasn't as high quality. Because let's be real. I hate when people make it seem like they only be eating 5-star steak dinners. Baby, you didn't have a steak from a motherfucking Applebee's or Chili's. You didn't had it. You didn't had it. You didn't ate it. Be real. You need that halal steak. Cleanest and the leanest. Where did I get a halal steak from? Ain't that's what cousin Vinny, did he go to a halal steak place? And he said he didn't like the seafood. I think he did. Sirloin ribeye, flank. Oh. But so I had a tomahawk. We had the tomahawk, but it just, I don't know. It just was not giving. It was just not giving steakhouse quality, and that's all I had bad to say. That one bad thing, and people took that video and just ran with it. Live longer, or does it seem that way? I don't know. My favorite is ribeye. Okay, so y'all, what's the difference between a ribeye and a tomahawk besides the extra bone? I always be wondering that. I feel like when you be ordering a ribeye, like when you order a tomahawk, you literally paying for like just the extra bone. Because if you ever see the difference, they literally just cut. They be like, "This is a tomahawk," and he cut the bone off it, and they be like, "Okay, this is the exact same steak as a ribeye now. This is the exact same steak as a ribeye now. Some cuts is less fatty." Okay. Is that the difference? I never knew. I watched the TikTok video. I always got to confirm because, you know, I always tell people, like, please stop believing well-articulated social media videos. Sometimes I do it, but I be having to take a step back. I be like, this person is a content creator just like me. When the steak is just, the meat is tender, the cow different, cutting display. Oh, okay. Tomahawk's real. Where do you hope to take your content within the next few years? Sometimes I feel like I'm just not a person to be working with brands and stuff like that. Like I would love to do like very hosted travel trips and like trips to, I would love to be hosted to like, or get paid to, you know, cover food events. Travel, because one of my, like, people don't understand, like, people don't know that when I first started content, I started off doing travel content, and then I kind of got into food because it was just a lot going on. I got into food, but then as I grew in content, I realized both of those things intersect. But food and travel, like, ain't no traveling without no food. You gotta eat while you travel. So I would love to, you know, eventually do that. Like I see some of my mutuals, they work with a lot of tourism boards. And since they're food creators, they work with tourism boards, and then they, you know, obviously, but they do food content and then I've seen one Black People Eats. He went to like a summit in Jamaica, and I was looking at the backdrop, and like the backdrop was like how food content can drive tourism, because a lot of people are making their travel decisions off like food. And so and you talking about the next few years, I would love to do that tomorrow. Love to get paid to do that tomorrow, but I do feel like that would be overwhelming. But I do want to get more into vlogs. You know what? I just want to make some money, y'all. I just want to make some money, live a good life, and, you know, be good with my peoples. Do you think job affects your health negatively? Some people do food content feels it's because it's high fat. Do you think that? I didn't eat that good before I did it. I ate mostly like this. I will say that I go, and then again, that's what I was trying to, like, if you were on my live early, that's what I was saying. Like, I've been doing food content for about like 2 years, 3 years. I guess this would be the third year technically. I've been doing it that long, and I only have 326 posts. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I think I eat out maybe 2 to 3 times a week, but before I always ate out 2 to 3 times a week. So yeah, but also, that's just something you also got to lock into, your position. If your position is a food content creator, I don't think it's no outweighing it, but you definitely could portion control it. You can definitely portion control it, and definitely you stay a little bit more active, and you do what you can, like you said, it's high fat and salt like that. Definitely make sure you drinking your water. Most people don't care about drinks in food content. Ain't nobody like, oh my God, I gotta get this lemonade. No, drink some water. Drink some water. You don't, and people ask me every day, which I don't know why. They want to ask me every day, did you eat all that food? Why would I sit up, like my video from last week? I went to the sandwich shop and I had a fat ass sandwich that's fucking, at least 3, 4, 5 inches thick, some pasta and some chicken wings. I was like, there's no way you thought I ate a big ass plate of pasta, a 5-foot sandwich, and a plate of chicken wings. There's no way you thought I ate that. No way. If you only out 2, 3 times a week, yeah, and I know what you mean. The concern is real, because I done spoke to some people and they be telling me they be eating at 2, 3 restaurants a day, baby. I'd be like, So you know what? I think I was on live with y'all last Tuesday, not last Tuesday. It was Wednesday, because I wanted to go out I wanted some steak. But I had already, no, was it Friday? It was one day. No, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday, because I wanted to go to Fleming's, because I wanted to go to the steakhouse. But I had already told this lady, I had already told her I was going to come to the sandwich shop. I had already told her I was going to come. And I didn't really want to mess up. And I'm like, I'm not going out to eat twice in one day. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going out to eat twice in one day. I don't know about no every 6 months. I'm not doing this shit every 6 months. I'm not like again, if it has to get to that point, I just won't do it. Portion control, stay active, drink a lot of water, and that's it. Cause to be honest, baby, I'm telling you, I was gonna eat the same shit anyway. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, these be real life. Like yesterday, I did not know where I wanted to eat. I was on live. I was like, dang, I wanted some seafood so bad. But Monday, everything is closed. Everything was closed. When I eat good like that, my cholesterol goes up. Do you walk? Do you walk or run a lot? So I have a dog. People always ask me, like, one thing I love about my dog is she keeps me active. And probably not as much as I need to be, but no matter what, I have to walk at least a minimum of a mile every single day, because I have to take my dog out to walk twice a day. And the blocks that I go around, it's about a half a mile. And I do that twice a day. It's literally forced exercise. Yes, and so I ended up getting tacos. Like, this is like, I don't be planning this shit out. Like, it was so I don't be planning this shit out. We end up getting tacos, and I was like, oh, good, because I needed a taco restaurant to go to anyway for my Taco Tuesday. So that's just how it be. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, baby, I was gonna eat this shit anyway. The food was I was gonna go get. We couldn't find nothing to eat. The only thing that was open was tacos. I literally was gonna go get them, and I was gonna order the same shit anyway. Have you? Do you? You need to hook up in the food blog with Nonstop G. I think I follow him. But is he from Chicago? I feel like I always see him traveling. Has your content gotten to a place where you don't have to work? Hell no! No offense, Sharice. No, it has not. If anything, it's to a point where I have to work more. I don't think, no, but some people were saying, like, content creation is not a passive business. So I know what you mean. Like, I feel like a lot of people who are sponsored, like when they do like a lot of sponsored content, because that is what pays. Like, you can get, the biggest I ever got was 15,000 for one post. And that was only one time. That has not happened, which is so funny because it happened 2 years ago, and I have not had a brand deal like that. And so yes, I can see what you're saying. Like, it can get to that, but no, you have to. One thing about a content creator, they say it's not passive income. You have to constantly work. You have to constantly work. Can I fly you out to? They got villas in Miami. I didn't know they had villas in Miami, but no, you can't. I've been looking at the T app, y'all. I think I wanted to tell you the T app. If the T app don't show you to stop messing around, I don't know what will. Um, yes, the stuff I've been hearing, and I know a lot of people like, no, it's fake, or maybe it is. I'm like, okay, but let's just say it's not. Let's just say it's not for the purpose of this conversation. It's nasty out here. It is nasty out here. I don't see how people, what you call it. I was just looking at a video that was like, man, he said, if I'm flying you out, I'm the pilot. What did he say? Flights or buns? I don't know. I just saw a TikTok video. No, flying out means you are soliciting for sex. That's what I hear in my head. I've been on T-Pay. I've been on T-Pay. Yes, baby. That T app is crazy. And the stuff I've been hearing, like the ST, I was reading a story last night, and she said the guy gave her herpes, hep, and HPV. And he was like, please don't take this to the internet. She like, why not? He like, because this ain't nobody business. He was like, I'm going to send you the cure. He was like, it's cure to stuff like that. And she was like, so you just going to keep going around and ruining people's lives? He was like, well, I didn't have an outbreak, so I didn't know that I was transmitting. And it's like text messages, because you could upload text messages and screenshots. And I was just like, wow, is this happening? Is this happening? Girl, man. Yes, it's and it was so funny because I was around my little shit, and I was reading it to him, and he can't, men can't stand the app because men don't really like accountability. So he like, wow, that app is crazy. He was like, women are just on there for attention. I said, but it's anonymous. He said, it doesn't matter. Women are just on that app for attention. They just want attention. I said, but it's anonymous. I said, the app is anonymous. It's no attention seeking. I said, what is the attention? They said the attention you're giving him. I said, but it's anonymous. And it's like he was trying to justify a reason to say why he don't like the app. He was like, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of women just attention seeking. I said he gave her herpes, HPV, and hepatitis. I said, what she want some attention for that for? Why would she want some attention for that? What person wants attention for that? I'm like the app is called T app, like she's spilling the tea. But why? But attention? I hope my boyfriend not on there. Baby, hey, check your mans. Check. You know what I was telling him what I don't like about the app? I was telling him one thing I don't like. I don't like that it's older men. I don't like that it's he tried to take her out. Yeah, right. And I was like, you just heard this story of this man saying it. And I don't know. It was just given that was real. Because she was like, I got screenshots from his ex-girlfriend. I didn't know her at the time, but she told me. And that's how we found out. But I was like, yeah. But I don't like that it's older men on there. I don't like I feel like nobody over 40 or 45 needs to be on the app. Why are you posting? Because obviously women post it. I'm like, why are you posting this 40-year-old man? Like, have y'all met older men? Have you met them? Like men born before the 80s? Before the 80s. Come on, let's be real, baby. It was never given faithful. It was never. That's not something that that this faithfulness stuff just low-key came on the scene. I don't care what nobody say. The faithfulness just now came on the scene. And I want to say maybe in like the 80s or the 90s when like, STDs start to become like life-threatening things. That's when like monogamy, I think, came into style. Like it was there. You ever know like how something always be there and you don't really like, think about that rule at work that it's a rule, but you don't really follow. And then somebody get hurt. Now everybody got to follow that rule. Think about that rule. That's what monogamy is. So like when people be posting 40, 50-year-olds, no, baby. It was never that. But you also know how some of your coworkers always follow that rule too. Yes. So I think so. That's why I'm like, stop it with the older men. Stop posting the older men. They was not indoctrined for monogamy. They was not. If he older than 40, he's not going. Stop posting him. Stop posting him. You know he got another woman. You know he got another woman. That's the one thing I don't like about the app. Older men have money, young men are broke. Oh. I don't know. You know what? I dated a couple older guys. I dated a couple older guys just because, it's just what had happened at the time. I fell into it. But it was never given. I don't know, like all the guys my age had just as much money. I ain't saying they was rich. They ain't saying they was rich, but they did. The younger, you're right. The younger ones did okay. The younger ones did okay. I may have met a few broke ones when I was younger, like the ones that were my age. But hey, I met some broke older ones too. So I don't know. I ain't never really get into that. I will say like the older men are more generous because again, they have low key. That's what they have known. They are okay with paying for a woman's time because again, monogamy. What they always say about prostitution, they be like, oh, I don't pay her to sleep with me. I pay her to leave. They pay for something. So I think that's what the older men do. But it was never given. The older men had so much more money. Over 40 and his daddy got a whole family on the other side of town. It's in right. Never go older ladies. There's a reason why I date younger women. Man, okay, so y'all, I'm gonna ask y'all, and I'm gonna just read y'all comments. I'm gonna ask y'all, I'm gonna read y'all comments. Okay, if it's a person that's 35 to 40, and don't say I'm 34, because if you ain't 35, then the question ain't for you. If the person is between like 35 to 40, do you think it's a red flag that they never been in a serious relationship? And when I say serious relationship, I say 2+ years. I think 2+ years is considered serious. What do y'all think? Do you think it's a red flag that a person who is 35 and up has never been in a serious relationship? Because to me, I'm thinking, okay, so like most people start dating around, and hey, this could even be high school. It could even be high school. But I feel like people date around, about 16. So I'm like, you had 20 years. And you never, unless you wasn't looking, then if you wasn't looking, then obviously this didn't apply to you. Because I was talking about this on Threads. I'm like, obviously it doesn't apply if you wasn't looking. But I'm saying, have you been looking for 20 years and in 20 years you never found no one? And no, let's not say anything about men or women. Let's not say anything about men or women. We keeping this neutral because I personally think it for the women too. And then again, a red flag doesn't always mean you're a bad person. It just means, it is a cautionary thing to look out for. It is a cautionary thing to look out for. Like I was just seeing a man, he was saying that he was like, if you're not fit, I don't want to date you. So I am a food creator. I'm a food creator. So technically my job as a food creator would be a red flag to him. But that does not make me a bad person. That doesn't make me a bad person. So that's what I'm saying. I had said, I'm like, no, I think it's a red flag. This lady got so mad. She got so mad. And yet she was like, just because we find out quick that the person is terrible and we care, that doesn't mean we're a red flag. I said, okay, I'm like, okay, you had 20 years. You had 20 years. And I said, at what point, like, what type of people are you meeting? And I hate to say that because men always say that about women. But I'm like, okay, and I didn't say you had to be married. All I said was a serious relationship. All I said was a serious relationship. That's all I said. Like you never, like 2 years, even you're 20, you learned how to deal with somebody after like, that initial butterfly stage. That's what I just think about it. That's how I think about it. Like, you learn how to deal with a person after a butterfly stage. And yes, even if you do learn, you learn that you're not for them. Like you haven't found nobody in 20 years. In 20 years, and in 35 was young because we were really talking about 40 and up. So in 40 years, you haven't found anybody? And you say they're looking for perfection. Is that not a red flag? Is that not a red flag? Or you say, I don't know if it's a red flag, but it's definitely not a green flag. Come on, let's be real. Y'all, I think y'all feeding too much into what red flag is. Because it's like, it's, you know what I hate about this? It's always like a social media meaning, and then it's like an actual meaning. To me, I think red flags just means very, very cautionary, something to look out on. Every man that I have known that, because I said I've dated a few. I've dated a few older men. And well, actually this wouldn't even apply to them. But I have dated one who didn't have, like, the last, I think he hadn't had a serious relationship since college. And he was in his 40s. So it had already been 20 years. And I met him and I was like, oh, okay. I see. Like, you're a little controlling, the wee little small. You don't know how to work with people past, one little disagreement. And that is fine that you are this way. And he's not a bad person, but I'm like, okay, it is a red flag. I see why you have been single since you've been 21 and you're 42. I'm saying, like, I didn't call you a bad person, but hey, that's what I'm going to think. I'm like, man, it's been 20 years. You don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That's just what I think. Is you learn, and then they be like, oh, I don't think it's a red flag, and then I was trying to say, I was like, I don't think the two are exclusively mutual. It's just like they haven't ever had a serious relationship. You date them, and then you always see why. And you see why. And I just like, oh, no, I dated, and I saw why he didn't have a serious, he haven't had a serious relationship. I've been single for 6 months, and I'm having a ball. Period. Pop out for the summer. Pop out. Yep. And that's how he was. And please tell me, is that not a red flag? And I know so much, we like kind of like stomp on the men a lot for this. We can stomp on the men, but yes, that is a red flag. So okay, so like you said, they want things exactly their way. They don't learn how to compromise. It's like being an only kid. It's just like being an only kid. And so now let's say y'all 36, 37 dating. Yeah, and then okay, I'm like, okay, now I'm trying to take a chance on this guy, and he wants everything his way. And they be like, oh, people like, oh, I got my boundaries. Yes, that's fine. But now, like, nobody is going to accept that. So like, come on. And I say it's a red flag in dating, because I'm like, obviously I'm assuming in conversation that this would be a person. Yeah, and I'm like, yes, now this a person that don't want to compromise. I didn't say you had to go or past your boundaries, but when you literally do not know how to compromise at all, come on, like, who wants to date that? Then this is man or woman. Man or woman. Bonjour. God created us to walk alone. So regardless of how hot summer, everybody's looking for them person, because that's whatever. As men or women being older, you view life differently. Yes. And you definitely don't view it in a way of compromise when you ain't never had a serious relationship. Stay with the dang, John, you are really angry about this. Stay with the young man. You see how far you get. You couldn't even lift my leg because I was saving that for my husband. I had a standard, period. Relationships are bound to go wrong. Real love move past it. Sound like some excuse a man say when he cheated and got caught. That's what that remind me of. Yes, because it's a learned thing. That's why I say, like, oh, it's a red flag to never have been in a relationship at a certain age. I'm not talking about like a 30, like even you said 30, I still think that's pretty young because like you 12 years removed. But once you start hitting 35 and 40, you ain't never been in a relationship. Yes, and I'm not saying you're gonna be a bad person, but it's definitely going to be something to cautionary. You all right, girl? Something to like look out on. I'm gonna be like, dang, I'm looking. I had a crush on my best friend when she broke up with her dude. She said I wasn't her type. Now she mad I moved on. I'm not waiting on nobody. She didn't want you. She was never going to want you. She probably just mad that you're not an option no more. Just like men keep women as options, women do too. She never wanted you. She's not mad. Just like how y'all say men don't really be caring. She don't really care. When she get a new dude, she'll be fine. You sound like you angry about older men. I'm not an older man. Um, I have no dealings with older men. I no none of this, and I have said in this conversation that this is men and women. Like I'm literally not giving women a pass for this, and I'm literally not. Yeah, I'm literally not giving. I'm literally talking about men and women. So I don't know what you're talking about old men. I don't know why you bringing up old men. I like to date older women. Okay, right, like. I did the men part only was an example because I date men. I don't date women, but I don't really have anything against older men. I mean, I did say like I don't think that they're not as monogamous because it just was never a thing. It was never a thing to be monogamous. It was never a thing to be monogamous to them. I need a comment. Oh, y'all know what I was I was on the T app, y'all. Do you have a recommendation? Her name is, listen, Shamillionaire. Creations.of.mocha. So it's creations of mocha with a period in between the words. But y'all, I was on a T app or whatever. And I said, why do so many men take pictures like this? Why they take so many pictures? Why they take so many pictures like this? I don't understand. Like, if I saw a man who did this, I would run far away. This would scare me. This would scare me. Like, why do you have so much cash? What if you lose it? Like, do you not have a bank account? I gotta go do something. Y'all know the girl. Y'all know people don't be taking cash apps no more because y'all be scamming them on cash app. So they now everybody be asking for cash. I thought you were free. You out here giving relationship advice. Damn! Am I supposed to eat? Is that all I'm supposed to do? I hate when people say shit to me like that. Damn! You think I eat 24/7? I can't talk about relationships. I can't talk about. Damn! What the fuck? You want me to eat all fucking day? Motherfuckers can't get on here and shoot the shit with some motherfuckers. Motherfuckers got. I thought you had that. What they say? Shut up and dribble that ball, LeBron. Y'all be going hard. This is why I like to diversify my content. This is why I like to diversify my content because people are like, oh, I thought you was this. What you doing this for? Damn, motherfuckers can't have an opinion about dating. The fuck? No, y'all need to calm up. Stop saying stupid shit. Y'all know one thing I do like about Instagram. One thing I do like about YouTube, because y'all can sit on here and call me like monkeys and the N-word and stuff like that. But on the flip side, I can say more stuff because TikTok be They be ready to, cause it was so funny. Like if you get blocked on, if like you saying stuff and people like reporting your live stuff, it turns off so fast. Like it'll just go blank. Like your screen will go black. And then you'll turn it back on and it'll be like, yeah, your live is suspended because, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you supposed to eat and travel. You eat and travel. How about that? You eat and travel. You eat and travel, and then you don't talk about relationships. Me, I'm gonna do whatever I want on this page because that's the beauty of it, baby. That's the beauty of content. You can do what you can content whatever the fuck you want. But yeah, y'all gotta stop doing that. Y'all gotta stop like trying to box y'all creators in. How many times you gonna say that? How many times y'all gonna say that? Y'all be trying to box the content creators in. You supposed to only do the one thing that I know you from because I seen 6 or 7 of your videos and they were about eating. So that's all I want you to produce. I only want you to produce the stuff that of the videos I seen because that's what I like. That's how y'all be sounding when y'all say that. Because a lot of people be telling me that. They be like, dang. And it be so funny, y'all, because y'all know I have like an Instagram page with like food or whatever. And then, you know, sometimes, you know, obviously I'm a content creator through and through. I just happened to create a food page and I wanted to keep the validity of it. So I don't really post anything that's not food related. It has to have some type of food relation. And so I was like, so I have another page. I have my Shanikky World page. And then I'll post stuff on there. And then like people from my food page, and they'll be like, oh my God, it's like, I didn't know you were doing all of that. I didn't know you was this type of content creator. I'm gonna follow this page. I get that from time to time. Obviously, like my personal page and my food page is, the difference is big. Like I have 170,000 to 10,000, so it's like ridiculously different. But it's always so funny when people see like that I make content about other stuff that's not food. Like, and I be like, they be like, man, so why don't I see this content? That's because that's not what you want to see. It's always a big talk about like the creators and like that's the creators with Black women and stuff like that, and they'll be wondering like, oh, why isn't it a Black creator, a popular Black creator in this type of field? And that's because that's not what people want to see. That's because that's not what people want to see. As much as y'all think that y'all like y'all favorite creators, soon as they post something that's not of the reason you followed them, they have no interest in it. And that's fine. That's cool. But I don't like it. Like, that's fine. That's cool. Even if you like, I just feel like you could just not watch them. Like when like a beauty creator like do a recipe, like one thing I've been seeing like Rolling Up K, she's like a food. She started off doing food reviews and stuff like that. Like I loved her. I've been watching her since like 2020, like during the pandemic. I've been watching her since then. And yeah, she and then I guess she's been like she's been doing like more travel or like funny relationship vlogs, and people are not liking it. People are not liking it. Did you start recording or you just bought equipment before you started? Start recording. I am on a regular iPhone, baby. I ain't got nothing special. I'm on a regular iPhone. I don't really have no special equipment. Well, I do have my Amazon storefront linked, and anything that I buy for content, I always link it there. Because if I buy it for content, best believe I needed it. I best believe I needed it. What I tell you, like, what's gonna make the best content is a ring light. Is not a ring light, but some type of light, some type of extra lighting on your phone. Like if you have an iPhone, I don't know how them Androids work, but the best gonna be the best thing. And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, stop fucking with the Androids. If you're trying to be a content creator, stop fucking with the Androids. I don't care what nobody say. Unless you know how to color grade and stuff like that, and most people don't. Most people don't. Unless you know how to color grade and use like advanced video editing apps, stop fucking with the Android. If you're trying to be a content creator, because the apps are not designed. The apps are not designed for to like translate from Android. I don't know why. Because people will say, no, that's because you're looking on an iPhone, and iPhone purposely distorts anything from an Android. And I'm like, I have an Android too. I can see y'all content on an Android, and the shit looks fucking terrible. It looks fucking terrible. So like, if possible, use the iPhone. People been talking about they've been doing content on the iPhone 12. I'm on iPhone 16, so you can get a cheap little iPhone. It's just something about the iPhone. How did you gain followers? Um, I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. What made you follow me, baby? I got content. What do you recommend I do? What you want to do? What you want to do with it? I ain't the. I wish I was a more successful content creator to give y'all good, great advice, but I'm not, baby. What you trying to do with the content? You trying to sell it? I stayed because you eat good. That's how I got the. That's how I got the followers. So what do you do? What do you do that you think you do well? What do you do that you think you do well? And you make content about that. And I promise, if you think you do it well, and you know you do it well, I'm sure other people are looking for that type of content. So it might not be eating, something. You know what I like watching? I like watching people make things. I like people like people put together furniture and stuff like that. If you do stuff like that and you like into home decor, I follow that type of stuff. I like travel videos and came across your page. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. I am on a diet. Y'all remember? I gotta bring that back. I gotta bring that back. People be so mad when I used to be saying in my videos, that I'm on a diet. My only concern is staying fit. How many times a week do you eat out anyway? That's what I be wanting. That's what it be so funny, y'all. Like the most people that comment on my page look, I checked my weight last time. I was 194. That's what I am. I'm about 30 pounds overweight. I should be about 165. So I'm about 194. And so I'm like, I ask people, how many times did you eat out anyway? You don't do content now. How many times did you, in the last 7 days, how many times did you go out to eat? How many times did you go out to eat in the last 7 days? If it was more than 2, 3, you could have made content. You could have made content. And I know people like to think I'm 5'6". I'm overweight. I know that. I'm always going to preach health is wealth. But if you went out to eat 2 to 3 times, you could have just made content. And I know people be feeling like McDonald's and Wendy's and stuff like that. No, just because you went to McDonald's and Wendy's do not make a difference. Like, and I went to a taco spot. That's about the same. Let's be real. After you get that large fry and that burger with that bacon on it and that pop, that's the same thing when I ate 5 tacos. I just made content on it. You just had Wendy's. Not you, but yeah. What's the best food spot you ever eaten in? Booty. I don't eat out that much. I need to lose weight. Well then, yeah. Well then, you definitely don't need to be doing content then. Definitely don't need to be doing content. I wish I could rap.
We've been outside for 2 minutes and you already want to go back inside and go get some water. I don't know what it is that makes me feel like this. I don't know who you are.
Where are my glasses? I was outside today. Oh my God. I had to go to the bank to get this money that I was just showing y'all. I had to go outside to get this bank. And I wasn't planning on being there because I just had to go to the ATM. But it's the beginning of the month. And so all the ATMs are empty. And which I don't and I'll be like, I don't know. Why do the ATMs be empty? Why are y'all going to the ATMs at the beginning of the month and getting all of your money out? Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all do that? Why do people do that? And then they be like, girl, what the fuck you need some money for? I need to pay for something. I need to pay for a one-off thing. I need to pay for, like, because any other time I have credit cards. I have Apple Pay. I have Zelle. I have cash. I have electronic forms of payments. So, like, at the beginning of the month, you cannot find cash because all of the ATMs are empty. So, I was outside, and I had to go to, like, 3. And I was like, fuck, I don't have my glasses on. And let me hurry up and get back home. Let me hurry up and get back home. I got my rent money out today. Why? Do they not take electronic forms of payment? Do they not take electronic forms of payment? I don't understand. The rent man, he don't take Zelle. He don't take Chase. He don't do none of that. Dang. I need to upload this video on YouTube. I just checked out your new short. You know what? I do not like falling off. I do not like falling off YouTube. Because once I fall off YouTube, I feel like it's so hard to keep posting. But that's like my mother's clucker videos. And it's funny because I got another one scheduled. But I'm just gonna, what y'all call it, dark post or whatever, my next video. Because I don't like getting behind. I like to post. I like to have something to post every day. Because that's how you have to be. Somebody asked me, am I at the point where I don't have to work as a content creator? No. I want to have a post up every day. And then I went out this weekend. Obviously, I was in Gurnee at the water park. So I didn't have time to post like my Saturday video because I wasn't supposed to post. Sometimes I just kind of like bland post. Usually a lot of my videos are like edited and stuff like that. But sometimes, every now and then, I don't feel like doing that. And I'd be like, especially like quick little restaurants, I don't have time to edit a video and tell you all about it. Sometimes I just want it like them car reviews, like a Keith Lee type review. Baby, the chicken motherfucking right here. The chicken good, the chicken crunchy. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I don't really be having too much to say all the time. And so that's what the chicken restaurant that I did. I ain't really have nothing to say. They only had one motherfucking item, chicken. I had to get a money order to pay. A money order in 2025, y'all. A brand was supposed to pay me. I'm finna go after this because I'm pissed off. And they didn't fucking respond. A brand was supposed to pay me $1,500, so $1,500 for a video that I did a couple months ago. I'm like, okay, I finally emailed them because to like see the status of the payment. They like, oh, we mailed a check. Or the day you, like, cause they told me, like, send your invoice and your W-9, typical stuff that you got to do. They were like, send your invoice and your W-9. And they were like, well, we'll pay. And so apparently they mailed a check. They like, oh, the check comes in a blank white envelope. We don't tell. What the fuck you ain't tell me then? And I'm like, okay, I said you did it July 12th. They said we mailed it July 12th. I ain't getting no check. And so I emailed them back, oh, can you mail another one and cancel it? I know it's something you could do because the motherfucking checks expire after 90 dadays. Like, I'm okay. Just let me know that I'm gonna get my money. They did not email back. So I'm already pissed about that because it's one thing I do not play. I don't play about my money. $1,500, that's a lot to me. I don't make that much money. I don't make that much money in content. Like, that's a lot. That can pay my rent for a whole month. Oh, I was supposed to go to Wilma's today. You know, they had like a grand opening. They had a grand opening. I was supposed to go. I'm gonna miss it. I'm sad. Or they having a grand opening one of these days this week. But yeah, y'all know they opened up a new one. What came first, the chicken or the eggs? I have no idea. Every time I think about it, I'll be wondering my goddamn self what came first, the chicken or the egg. That's actually a very good question. They said the chicken had to come first to lay the egg. The chicken had to come first to lay the egg. That's what I think, the chicken. Just like what they say, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve was here. How the fuck they get here? Who came? When you come back to Milwaukee no time soon? I'm from Chicago. Where is the new spot? It's in Matson. They open it, but it's not gonna be a sit down one. It's gonna be like the one in Dalton. It's gonna be like, carry out or stuff like that. And they were supposed to have like, they have like the grand opening and they invite everybody and they cut the cord. I think that's today. Yes, it's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money. And so yeah, I emailed them back this morning. And I emailed them last night. They emailed back this morning. I asked them, oh, I was not expecting the check because they was like, send an invoice. I sent the invoice. I said, remit the payment to this account, ACH. Get the account number, routing number. So I'm thinking that's how it comes. I don't really get checks. Who the fuck sending checks? It's 2025. I was like, oh, I didn't know I was getting a check. Like, this shit, I probably threw the shit away. I don't check the mail. I went to go check my mail. There's nothing there. Came for evolve and laid the egg. That was a chicken. Not true. If the ancestors of the chicken evolved and laid the egg, that was a chicken. What? I hope they paid me, cause, and you know what? I had a manager for like all of 2024 and half of 2023. And I know a lot of people say like, if you're not making that much money, it's no need to have a manager. But I know for myself personally, I'm a lazy person. I don't like doing all that email shit. Like, I don't like doing all that. Like, I'd rather pay, and I have to pay him. Like, we still kind of work together because he like exclusively works in the food space. And he's really not. He's gonna go get that money. He gonna go get my money because he know my money is his money. And you know what? I would not mind paying him 20%. I never minded paying him 20%. But this deal came to me. They emailed me, so I didn't, well, obviously he's not my manager anymore. We kind of just like work together because he ended up leaving the firm he was at, but blah, 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 blah. But yes, he is a go-getter when it comes to that money. He is a go-getter. Not the check being thrown. I did not know. And then, okay, even in the email, they were like, it comes in a plain white envelope. Most people don't know how it looks. Why didn't you fucking say that then? Why would you not why are you telling me in the email? Because clearly other people have this problem. For the fact that you actually wrote that in the email. Clearly I'm not the only one to have this email. That you have stuff coming in a plain white envelope. Like, it's frustrating. Because I was like, I was looking for that money. I was looking for that money all of July. I think that too. That they just ain't send it. Because she like, oh, it came July. We sent it on July 12th. Really? And I do look at most of my mail. I just can't imagine myself just throwing it away. Like, usually, like, I'll throw it away. Like, if I see if it's like credit offers and stuff like that, I'll throw it away. But if it's blank, I'll like rip it open, see what's up in there. Usually, then it'd be another credit offer. Like, I'll look. I ain't throw away no motherfucking check. It ain't giving that, baby. Like, it just don't give. But yeah, okay, so yeah, I asked them, like, can you, like, cancel and resend it? And they haven't messaged back. They confirm nothing. I don't like that. And it's been all day. They do need to send that stuff back. has an address where it came. And maybe it did. Maybe it did have an address. Maybe it was blank. But I'm like, oh, I don't really just take my mail and throw it away. I'm like, I don't do that. Like I didn't have that much mail. Like I said, I'll always like at least peek at it. Cause I'm nosy. I'm a nosy person. You didn't hear me talk about the T app. I've been on the T app in Detroit. I don't live in Detroit. I know nobody from Detroit. I was reading stuff from Detroit. Like it just didn't give. But like you said, I don't think they sent it. I don't think they sent it. 1,500. Yeah, it's a nice check. That's why I need it. That's why I need it. That's rent. That is rent. That is a whole month of rent. I be trying to tell people all the time, I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I wish I was rich. I was a rich creator. That like, oh, I didn't even notice a 1,500. No. I knew. I was looking for it. I love your comment. Did you want to keep going? Y'all, that's just reminded to always check your mail. Stop fucking sending money through the mail. It's 2025. Like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that? And you know what? This is what I don't like about like working with like smaller companies and stuff like that. Cause they always want to do shit like that. What am I supposed to do with a check? I'm born in 1993. The checks almost that I do know a little bit about checks, but like for a small amount of time, I use checks. Like from 22 to like 25, and then 25 was like 20. I was 25 in what 2019. Yeah, nobody was using checks in 2019. Let's be real. But yeah, that's my annoyance for the day. That my money is acting funny. That's $1,500 that needs to be in my account. How do you pronounce your name? Shanikky.
But you must be some kind of soup.
I graduated in 93. Damn. Graduated what? College? You graduated college? Or high school?
Mac and cheese and the mashed potatoes. And I tasted the lamb chops, they were fire, y'all. And for my order, I got the honey wings with greens and the mac and cheese. And let me tell y'all, everything was good, and I do mean everything. And that mac and cheese was bomb. They did their thing with that. Them wings, I tore them up. Like, that sauce was delicious. And was it worth that 2-hour wait? Absolutely. Definitely worth it. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out Soul Vibe. How come nobody ever talks about the grief that comes along with the good girl syndrome? Like, you grow up and you're taught that.
Yo, I know who your auntie is. I know she a police officer. What's on a dinner for me now? I'm cooking salmon. I was gonna go get some. I might go get some asparagus. I gotta see how I feel when I go outside. I'm finna get off live now. I might have salmon, asparagus, and potatoes. I like to air fry my potatoes, bake salmon and asparagus. But I low key don't. I've been to the grocery store. I already been to the grocery store 3 times because I have Huntington, and so I was at Jewel's all day. I was at Jewel's. I've been in 3 fucking Jewel's. I'm like, do I really want to go back to Jewel's to get some asparagus? Because I didn't get any asparagus for my salmon tonight. So it's either salmon, spinach, and potatoes or salmon, asparagus. I don't think I'm going to go to the store because I don't feel like going to the fucking store. Again, love your tours on food. Thank you. Y'all ain't fucking with a bitch for real. Because if y'all was fucking with a bitch, I got 980 views on my Thailand vlog. I'm desperately trying to figure out how to like do better with vlogs. I bought this for y'all so I can edit vlogs faster on my laptop because it's hard doing on trackpad. I spent $100 on a mouse because it's really, really hard editing like long vlogs. Maybe not TikTok. TikToks, you need a finger. TikToks, you need a finger. I don't see how people edit any TikTok on a laptop. You need a finger. But for like long-term vlogs, you need like a computer. And so I paid $100 for this mouse. I keep investing into my long-form content, and it's not hitting. And I will let you guys know that it's very depressing. But I'm not a person to beg for support. You know, obviously I want to I want to find value. I want people to find value in my vlogs, but I just do not know. I think it's because I didn't gain such a big following on shorts that the vlogs just not hitting. But I said I'm gonna stop posting the fucking shorts. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna $100 for a mouse. Well, yeah, it's an Apple mouse, but yeah. I don't care for TikTok. Oh well, all my videos get posted to TikTok, so y'all got money. This is I just said this was an investment. This is an investment. Yeah. I don't even make like my last video post, I think it made like 43 cents. So I'm negative $109. She's a police officer, you guys. Look alike for a different job. But yeah, she's a police officer. Is she from the Chicago PD? She be messaging me, telling me, I can't never remember her name. We follow each other on Instagram. And she always tells me that people mistake me for her or her for me. We were supposed to go to dinner. One time, but I think she canceled. I can't remember her name, but she is a Chicago police officer. She's a Chicago police officer. Go ask her, and then she'll let you know. We talk all the time, actually. We talk all the time. She always tells me, like, the times where people mistake her for me. She said people offer her free food all the time. I'm not leaving YouTube. Don't worry. I love YouTube. This is why I even posted that I was going live, because that's how much I love YouTube. I've been telling everybody, like, no matter, how, like, we are, like, TikTok going away. Do not forget about, I tell people, do not forget about your YouTube community. YouTube is the platform that pays the most, the best for long form content. So I'm always trying to do that. Obviously, if I'm trying to make a career out of it, basically I'm trying to get a raise. I'm trying to get y'all to watch my long form, but again, I'm going to keep trying. I paid, and it's so funny because I had paid an editor to edit that vlog. And again, like I said, I made 43 cents on it, but it's okay. I'm going to keep trying. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to beg for support. I'm not one of them type of creators. I'm just going to keep posting until the community that wants to see my long form finds it. But yeah, check it out if you want my long term. I know I got the vlog, like the short term TikToks and stuff like that, but I have a long vlog. Yes, they do. I found that out today. Found what out today? Yeah, because I gained a following from shorts, and I think they more so want people to post shorts to compete with other social media platforms, because short form. And so I'm not saying they don't, but I think it's like, if you found me on shorts, they're only going to show you my shorts, because that's just how algorithms work. They assume that I do 90% post shorts, but yeah, having subscribers does not equate to views on YouTube. I've learned that. So another platform that I just have to learn how to understand the work. Would you ever go back to working? I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I can pay my bills, eat good and travel good, and save a little money on the side, I would never step back into an office. But obviously, like, people ask me that, if I'm broke, hell yeah. If I'm broke, hell yeah. But if I got some money, if the money keep coming, you would never see me in a motherfucking office. I hate office. I hate bureaucracy. I hate all that shit. It's mind-numbing. It's depressing. I really think it affects my health. I really think it affects the health. And then it'd be funny, like, when people, like, creators talk about that, people be so mad. Like, people be so mad. I found out, that YouTube pays a lot. Like my Thailand vlog, you know what it says? It's 11. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, put it in perspective. My TikTok, my RPM, meaning my rate per RPM. What the fuck is it? Rate per million or something like that. I don't fucking know. It's basically like how much money you get per 1,000 views. It used to be like $1 on TikTok. I've been noticing this last 2 months. It's been like between 75 cents and 80 cents. So it's been 75 cents and 80 cents per 1,000 views. So, a good video, 200,000, you might get like a couple dollars, and then all views don't count. Let me tell you what the rate RPM for YouTube is for my travel vlog. $11. $11 per 1,000 views. I only got 980 views. Like I said, I think I looked at the thing. I think I only made 43 cents. But baby, we working. We working. We working. Right. So that, like, I think that put it in perspective. And then let's see. Facebook. I just got on Facebook. Facebook pays even worse. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know how it works. I just know, like, so I could see it'll say 30,000 views and it'll be like $3. Or maybe no, it'd be like 300,000 views and it'd be like $30. Which I guess, yeah, it's just Facebook's even worse. But Facebook, you can make money on other things besides videos. But YouTube is where it's at. But again, I'm still trying to learn how to. Like I said, you ain't never gonna hear me begging for nobody. I'm going to work hard and find the community that values the long form things I have to say. Some people act like they can't get because they know. People be asking me that, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It is funny. People, you be thinking people funny acting. It's not that. People be funny acting to you. First, it be hard to get the motherfucking job because people think you got money, and people think you got money. Like on my last few months of working, like my coworkers used to be coming up to me, talking to me. It's just weird. I don't think it's a good feeling. I don't think it's a good feeling. I hope that I don't have to experience it. But I live in Chicago, one of the coldest cities in the world. So, and yeah, I like heat. So, yeah. But I always say, if I got enough money to eat and pay my rent, the office probably would never see me again. I think the office would never see me again. If I got enough, and I don't never want to say that though, because it's a career that I would love. I would love to go into like marketing and do something like that. But if I have to deal, but y'all got to understand, like my work history is 90% in law firms. People have told me, like, I understand it's corporate, but it's a different type of corporate. Like law firms is a different type of corporate. And that's what I think about when people say work. I just like, oh, law firms, even though I know I can work other places, but law firms is what I think because guys, I'm only 32. I graduated college in 22. So I only ever worked 10 years of my life. So I don't know what you call it. People don't have money. They have a fake. Anyway, I've done that before. And ooh, what, law firms? Yeah, law firms are. I want to see more Japan content. Did you look at my full Japan vlog? That's all I got for you, baby. What did you go to school for? I went to school for accounting. Yeah, so when I be like talking and stuff like that, and then I only had 3 jobs. One thing about me, I'm a loyal person, and that's probably bad. And now, you know what? I see that has affected my social media career because one thing about it, when I get comfortable, I get stagnant. It's like, I hate that life you cannot be comfortable. I hate that in life you can't be comfortable. It's always something you need to be doing next. Like I got a job. I'm like, okay, I ain't really like it, but it paid the bills, my first job, it paid the bills until it got a little annoying. But it was like, oh, you need to be working so you can get I don't want to get fucking promoted. Just give me a couple more dollars and I'll sit my ass around here. But then when I had got laid off, I'm like, wow, I don't have anything to put on my resume to say that I ever, worked my way up. And I'm like, wow, that's life. I gotta constantly be working hard for something. That's kind of annoying. But in content, you do. Like I have to ever so often like evolve. I have to do that. I tell people this all the time. You think that you like my videos because I be eating food. That is not why you like my videos. That is not why you like my videos. You like my videos because I dedicate a lot of time and energy to them that you don't find in another creator. Because one thing I learned, that the reason you follow me is because you see something in me that you don't see in every creator. Like, yes, you probably follow a couple other food creators, but it's something in me that you see. It's something in me that you see. But yeah, so it's people really think that they like watching me eat. No, you like the psychological thing. You like the psychological feeling that I give you. That's what it is. And then it's like I gotta constantly learn how to do that so that I can get better, so that brands can notice me, so that my community can, have love and support for me. And I'd be like, damn, I can't post a couple food videos, but which is good because you know what? I know I hate that because I'm just a lazy person, but I do understand that is something that is valuable in life. That's the type of stuff that keeps your brain running because they say if you don't use it, you lose it. So, you know, it's always something I got to think about. Again, I said this in the beginning of the lab. You have to be a forever student. You have to be a forever student. I think me being a fat ass helps too. Yes, it does. It gives you a good feeling. It gives you a good feeling, like, of being a fat ass, to watch me eat and be a fat ass. You know, it's all about feelings. But, you know, that's something I learned. You know, that's why I'm always showing up on how I eat. That I actually eat the food on the camera. Versus, you probably don't see. That's probably why you follow me. Versus, you probably follow about 5 or 6 Chicago food creators. But I'm probably the one that more likely eats the food on camera, and I probably show like the actual food. You know, some people love content creators that talk about customer service. I'm not that type of content creator. Some people love the content creators, the food creators that, you know, talk negatively. I'm not that. So that's why, you know, people gonna follow about, you know, 4, 5 food creators. I think I follow, you know, and everybody offers something different. You're genuine though. People like me because I'm genuine. You know, some people don't like me because they see me eat. Some people do like me because they see me eat. So yeah. Yeah, they be taking little bites. They be like this. I say this all the time like this. This is how people eat. Baby, you know that motherfucker shit in my mouth? Look, this is the blueberry. You know that it's a mouth. It's a mouth. You got one, I got one. It's a mouth. It's a motherfucking mouth with the Man, I'm not gonna do all that shit. I'm not gonna do all that shit. I be trying to tell people, I'm like, what the fuck is you covering your mouth for? They know the mouth is there. It's a mouth. And people are like, oh my God, I can't stand you chewing with your mouth. What the fuck I'm supposed to do, bitch? I gotta open my mouth to chew the fucking food. I gotta open my mouth to chew fucking food. My neighbors probably like, what the hell is she up there yelling for? Like, I can't stand that. It's like, why do you want me to be unnatural? And that's the thing. That's why, I know people ask me, like, would I ever go back to work? Bro, it's hard. It's hard because you have to be in a very unnatural state for a third of your life. Not life, but, you know, a third of your month, because it's 8 hours a day. I got to be unnatural. Why do I need to cover my... And that's why, this is why I don't take no flack. That's why I don't change my style. I'm going to forever remain true. I'm not... Baby, the mouth is there. You know the mouth was there. You know the mouth was there when I put the food up in there. Goodness. Neighbors like, she talking about food again. Yeah, one of my neighbors, I don't even be liking like that. And they be, let me be quiet, because they be watching my content. But yeah. Thank you for the $20, I think. YouTube be stealing this little money too. I ain't gonna hold y'all. YouTube be stealing this money too. Cause I swear somebody sent me like, I was like, wow, $40. I mean, what's this called? A super chat? I think that's what it's called, super chat. And yeah, they did not. It never went into my little payment. And you know what? Last month was like the biggest payment that I ever got on YouTube. I think it's one of the videos like went viral or something. I think I got like 500,000 views. So it was like the biggest payment I ever got on YouTube. And y'all, it was only $700. And believe me, that was the biggest thing I ever got. I definitely didn't know about the super chat. Yeah, thank you for the super chat. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let y'all know. Cause last time, I swear somebody sent me like $40 and it never, like, I was looking at my little thingy, you know, they give you like how much you made from regular videos, from shorts, from super chats. And then they got something called subscriptions and stuff like that. I don't know, but yeah. Advertise your cash up. Now I ain't about to do all that, baby. I don't need y'all. I don't need, you know what? Y'all be support enough when y'all be going to the restaurants. Y'all, you know, y'all circulating the black dollar. I love that. Y'all ain't got it. I'm not gonna be on here begging y'all for no money. I don't need no money like that. I need my motherfucking money from that motherfucking company that sent me that check. I need that. I don't need to be begging y'all for no money. Cause I ain't do no work. I'm okay for working for my money. I'm not gonna be the creator and be on here begging for money. But shit, you can. I ain't never too trill if you offering it. If you offering it, baby, I take it. But I ain't finna advertise. I ain't finna ask. But if you're offering, the Cash App always open. You ain't ever gotta worry about that. Somebody send me some money. Somebody sent me some money today. They was like, they gonna send $1. I said, you know how people send $1 just to make sure it's the right Cash App? I said, you ain't never gotta send no dollar to my account. You ain't never got to send no dollar to my account, because my Cash App always open, baby. It's always open. I ain't never too true. I ain't begging. Don't ever say I'm begging, but I take it. All right, but y'all, I'm gonna fuck with y'all tomorrow. Twerk for likes. Y'all been telling me to take this thing off. Now you see my outfit. The outfit. Y'all, I went to the gym today. I went to the gym and I need to get back in the gym. My titties been sweating, sitting down all day. I need to get back in the gym. What is your Cash App? It's just Shanikky. So Shanikky World is just Shanikky. $ Shanikky. Is it pink or is it brown? I don't know. Let me look. Not begging but accepting. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna use that next. Not begging but accepting. I'm gonna say that next time in one of my vlogs. But y'all have a good day too.